Marks the end of our...
The 12th Parliament is officially out, but has left a whopping 500 billion Kenyan shillings debt owed to suppliers and contractors by ministries and state agencies. In a recent report on the national government's budget execution in the 9 months to March 2022, the Controller of Budget noted that only 10 billion shillings in pending bills had been settled.
Right, yeah.
Benson Okundi, who's the head of government and public services at PricewaterhouseCoopers PwC, says ministry and state departments will have to prioritize payment of pending bills with their arrears in the new 2022-2023 budget execution.
I go back to the initial model that we talked about, a dual-prong approach. Let's address the immediate needs, but also in terms of planning, we need to be planning of the longer infrastructural projects, like take 3 to 5 years, but we prioritize the immediate ones. And also the other important thing that the new government must do is to clearly evaluate projects. Before we go into projects, do a project evaluation.
Victor Ogola, Deputy Chief Executive Officer on Competitiveness and Operations at KEPSA, which represents over 1 million businesses, both from local and foreign business associations, Chamber of Commerce, professional bodies, corporates from multinational companies, medium, SMEs and startups, wants the government to consider reviewing policies that have in the previous governments been swept under the carpet.
Payment bill that we've been pushing for the last over 6 years, tying government to pay its bills within at least 60 days. Remember, some of these businesses, for them to provide those services to government, they had to borrow money at high interest rates on the promise that within 60 days they would be paid. Some of those bills have been pending for over 3 years, 4 years. Okay, so we've basically squashed instead of expanding the business growth. We've basically constrained that.
Even as the Kenya Vision 2030 aims to transform Kenya into a newly industrialized middle-income country, Benson says the government should now focus on the immediate needs of Kenyans before focusing on long-term investments.
We must not just import. I would expect that the new government, when they come in, they actually put their foot down and say the locally produced goods that must be produced here locally must not be imported for whatever reason, because we need to promote our local producers. And each and every county government should also have at least one industry per county, depending on what the county produces.
Kenyans are now eager to see how the new leadership will restore the economy back. Linda Koskei, K24 Business.